So welcome to this Orion transmission. This transmission to clear old karmic patterns from the Orion system. Many souls here on the planet now have come through the Orion system. This system where there was a great conflict between light and dark that eventually resolved itself many millions of years ago. This was the great galactic war as portrayed in films like Star Wars. A conflict of light and dark that was eventually resolved. But many here on the planet have come through that system with unresolved karmic patterns still resonating or still dormant. And some of the younger souls coming through that system are really the ones participating in the many violent conflicts across the planet. This is a great factor in what's going on in this place. And this meditation transmission is to call upon the Christed Ascended Beings of Orion to help clear and neutralize many of these patterns. So I begin now by calling 4 Ascended Masters to hold the space around you with their heart space. And feel a grid of light begin to form around you, perhaps 30 feet across. A grid, a sphere, grid. And breathe and feel this connection. 4 ascended beings. And with your breath, feel the grid forming around you and intensifying in light to hold this transmission. And from the earth I call and invoke crystal grid from the earth. A crystalline white fire from the core of the ascending earth rises up now around you, up into the room, into your feet. And the chakras in the soles of the feet can open and drink in this light and connect you to the crystal grid of the earth. The elven crystal grid, crystalline white fire. As this grid begins to ascend now up around the ankles. A grid around you and an ascending grid from the earth arising up the legs to the knees. Feel this ascending tide of white crystalline fire now from the earth, coming up now, up the thighs, within you and around you, within you and around you. And coming now to the ruby red base chakra that opens to receive this crystalline white fire. And just spend a minute now just drinking in that light through the base chakra. Tremendous light from the earth that you can breathe into every cell of your body, into the bones and blood of your body. White fire meets the ruby red of the base chakra, and you can absorb white light into the base chakra, connecting you to the earth, the crystalline grid of the earth, the ascending force of the earth. And it is through this grid that we can manifest on the earth plane. And this grid has been shifting over the past few years, so it's good to connect with the energy as it is right now. And feel this light ascending up around you and within you to the sacral that opens and drinks from this earth fire. Allow this earth light to wash through you to the center of your power, your hara or your womb area. Crystalline fire. And feel this light ascend now up to the solar plexus that opens, center of will and personal power, drinking from the light of the crystalline fire from the earth. And as this happens, calling upon the four masters of light to intensify the grid around you now, to meet this fire and hold this fire in your energy field. As this fire ascends to the heart that opens, and you can drink earth light into your heart chakra. The heart opens to receive this light, and the light now begins to ascend to the throat chakra. That opens to drink in this light. And the throat chakra, as well as being the center of communication, is also the center of soul purpose. So allow this light to just fill this chakra, open you up to both your authentic self-expression and your soul purpose here. And this tide ascends now to the third eye that opens and drinks in this light. Center of vision. Allow this fiery light to fill your third eye, and clear your vision so you can see ahead, see the way ahead. And we'll leave this crystalline fire here at the level of the third eye as we call down the planetary grid, the Christ grid, down through the heavens, a golden white crystalline fire. Golden white crystalline fire now descending into the room and filling the room and hovering about 3 foot above your head, filling the room and clearing the space of the room. And this grid begins to interact now with your crown chakra. And this grid can begin to take out any energy in your body that needs to be released, just kind of hoovering it up, taking it out. You might feel strands of energy just leaving your body, entering this grid to be transformed. Golden white fire now, solar light through the sun from the central sun. And now this fire descends now to the top of the head and enters the head that opens. The crown center opens and drinks in this cosmic fire, golden white fire. And feel your connection to the cosmos, the ascension forces around you. There are so many forces around you wishing to be of help and assistance in clearing the denser energies now on the planet, and the denser energies in your body and in your energy fields. And let's invite this golden white fire grid now down to the third eye, where it meets the crystalline white fire of the earth and passes through the crystalline grid. Golden white fire mingling with crystalline white fire as it moves down through the body. This golden white fire moving down to the throat, through and around you, through and around you. And moving down now to the heart, down to the heart. And rolling on, relentlessly downwards down to the solar plexus. Golden white fire down to the solar plexus. And down now through the sacral chakra. Golden white fire, a very fine grid through you and around you. Down now to the base chakra, and rolling past the base chakra down the legs, down to the feet, passing the feet and entering into the earth and going down into the earth. I'm calling upon the four masters of light just to tighten the field and adjust the field of planetary fire, this planetary grid, this Christ grid, descending force, and also the ascending crystalline fire from the earth, just to kind of adjust now these fields. And in a moment I'm going to be inviting ascended Christed beings from the Orion system, ascended Christed beings from the Orion system, to come down now on a wave, the second wave of the Christ grid. And these beings will be clearing your energy field of old karma and adjusting your energy field to help you on the earth plane, to help you feel more integrated and protected on the earth plane. And these beings have learnt through the power of love as a way of moving through the conflict of light and dark. So our second wave now of planetary grid now begins to descend into the room. And with this wave, Christed beings from Orion descend And as this wave begins to move towards your crown chakra, these beings move around you and above you. And as the crown opens, it begins to send a high frequency of love into the crown chakra. A high frequency of love. And this energy resonates throughout all of your energy fields. A very high frequency now. The crown chakra opening. All of the layers of the chakra being invigorated by this frequency of love. And as this frequency is being poured into the crown, some of these beings are now moving to the third eye. Third eye opens to love. Love from these Orion beings that have integrated light and dark within their being. and have moved beyond the polarity of light and dark. High frequency of light, of love now into every layer of the third eye. And breathe with this frequency. And as this is being done, some are moving to the throat chakra as it opens to this love frequency. And just feel every layer of the throat being invigorated with love, a very high frequency of love now. And as this is being done, some of the ascending beings are moving to the heart. The heart opens to this high frequency of love. Every layer of the heart chakra now being energized with love. Energized and opened. Conflict between light and dark often closes the heart. Opening the heart now with love. And some beings move now, as this is being done, to the third chakra, the solar plexus. It opens, and very often this chakra is one that holds a lot of conflict between light and dark, and polarity. Sending love into this chakra, every layer of the chakra. Feel high frequency just pouring in the solar plexus. And sometimes this can be an area of discomfort. And as this love begins to move in, just breathe. If there is any discomfort, just breathe with it. And as this is happening, some of the beings working on now on the sacral chakra, it opens. Sending love into the sacral. And if there's been any emotional abuse or even sexual abuse, this chakra is the one often that holds it. Just sending a fine frequency of love into this chakra, to every layer. And as this is being done, some of the beings are moving to the base chakra and begin to pour love into this chakra. And if there's anywhere that we feel that we do not want to be in this earth plane, this is often the chakra that holds it. So sending love to all the layers of the base chakra now. Every chakra of the body being immersed in the frequency of love from the Christed beings from Orion. And just asking the masters of light around just to adjust the field as this higher frequency of love is being poured into you, adjusting the grid around you to hold this frequency, and adjusting the crystal grid from the earth ground this frequency through you. And the next phase, as the Orion beings are beginning to work on clearing any patterns in your body that you've carried through from Orion, in your unconscious mind, in your body, in any of your energy fields, beginning to send a light now directly into any area where you're holding onto patterns of fear or of violence or of conflict or of confusion or of pain that you've carried here from Orion. So particularly now, infusing anywhere where you've come into conflict or violence and either been repelled by it or confused by it, or feel that you're still moving through that energy of unresolved anger or hatred that doesn't really come from this lifetime. So a high frequency being sent now through the whole grid into your body, into the core of the physical body. Anywhere you're holding on to energies of aggression or violence, anywhere you're holding on to fear or hatred that comes from the Orion system, that you're here really to resolve now. But really, to do this we need help. And these beings have moved through these issues and know the way. Just allow that healing, transformational light to pour into you now from every angle, every direction, through every chakra, through every layer, through all the energy bodies, through every timeline, anywhere that you're holding on to unresolved karmic material from Orion, anywhere where you have felt the touch of the dark side, you could say, or been immersed in that side, or have experienced incarnations of serving the dark, or incarnations of fighting the dark. This serving or fighting, resisting or obeying the dark. I'm going to ask the beings to start to pour light into anywhere in your body that you're holding on to these energies. Anywhere where you have unresolved guilt, perhaps for things that you did or things that you did not do. Any blame attached to these lifetimes. Sending light now right into the core of it to begin to change that pattern from the inside out. Begin to change that pattern from the inside out. There is no blame. There is only learning and growth in this great dance of existence. And in 3D, growth happens through light and dark, opposition, polarity, but we move through 3D. And now to really move out of 3D, we need to release any of these 3D patterns that we're holding on to. Perhaps ones that we cannot remember consciously, but the cells of our body remembers, our unconscious mind knows, sending light now deep into our unconscious mind, which is the body. Releasing now any dark patterns, holding them up to the light so they may shift. Anywhere where you've experienced war or destruction, light, transforming those patterns from the inside out now. returning you to a sense of grace, of innocence. And as this energy continues, one of the light beings, Christed beings, are now going to offer you a symbol of integration. And the symbol of integration is a triangle, where the bottom left point represents the light, the bottom right hand point represents the dark, and the top point, the apex, represents integration, unification, going beyond polarity, going beyond opposition, and sending this symbol now deep into your body, so you have a feeling for there is a way beyond polarity, a way beyond opposition, a way beyond conflict, a path of resolution, of peace, of grace, for all those that have passed through great conflict, great polarity, great duality. And I'm going to ask these Christed beings now to put a sphere of light around you, a sphere of light around you, to help neutralize any of the Orion energies on this planet that are being acted out now by the younger souls who are still learning through duality. Neutralize out, allowing in only the higher levels of light in this planet, neutralizing out lower frequencies of aggression, violence, war, allowing in the higher possibilities of peace, of cooperation, of a new way, a new planet. For this planet is ascending, and as we move through the worst aspects of duality and conflict, eventually this will give birth to a new world, but first it must be birthed in us. So the Orion beings now sending an intense energy into this sphere of light, energy of love, energy of love, energy of clearing, energy of clearing, and the possibility of integration, of transcending duality. Love, clearing, transcendence. And this bubble of light around you, a high frequency field of light. And these beings are now helping you adjust your energy field to this transmission, and the Masters of Light adjusting the whole field as they do this. Feel the adjustment now in the field as you're integrating energies of love, light from Orion, so that you can find a new way through these energies of duality that perhaps you've been carrying from the Orion system for a long time now. It's time now to release these old patterns, as the earth itself is releasing a lot of dense karma. It's time now for a new way, a higher way. And for those of you with a strong connection to Orion, these beings are there for you to call upon anytime you wish. Christed ascending beings, angelic forces also from Orion, that you will have a connection to as you've passed through that system. And sending a wave of angelic force now around you. Angelic force from Orion. Help you find a new way, a new light on this planet, a new path, for the way has already been walked by many. It's time now to release old dense karma, old pain, old suffering, so that you may live a different life on this planet, so that you may have a different sense of possibility here in this lifetime, releasing the past, turning to the now, being in the body with your breath as you breathe, and remember the light around you, and that there is much help and support from the universe, even in times of darkness or suffering. You can be a great light on the planet. You are here to be a great light on the planet. It's a great blessing that you've passed through Orion, a great challenge. You've passed through this challenge here on the earth plane, and now this experience can be turned into a great resource for you, resource of light, as you move successfully through this experience, being here now on the planet, finding a new way through duality, a transcendent way, a way of integration, a way of grace. The angelic forces now from Orion sending you a gift into your energy field, a gift of light, a gift of power. For the experience of Orion is power, personal power, a power of holding even more light in your body, of raising your frequency, of being on the earth plane in a new way, turning the wound into a great strength, a great resource. And now I'm asking these angelic forces now and the Christed beings to send you this download of possibility, moving out of suffering into grace. Open to receive the download of grace now. And remember that you chose this path for this reason, to find grace through suffering, through darkness, through opposition of light and dark, to a new way. Intensifying the shield of light around you, angelic forces putting their frequency now into this sphere of light, this grid of light around you, with many protecting symbols from the Orion system of light language, neutralizing lower frequencies on the earth plane from those younger souls who are here still to learn through opposition and duality. And there are many still here on the earth plane learning this way. But you, the older soul now, it's time for transcendence. It's time to leave this behind. And the Masters of Light adjusting the crystal grid just to ground some of this light through you. Intensifying the crystal grid now to meet this high frequency energy. Transformation is possible. Transformation is possible now, in this time. Transformation of old energies. Feel the transformation in your field now, in all of your fields in your body. As you breathe more light into your body, feeling your connection to the earth, feeling your connection to the Masters of Light holding the space here around you. Feeling your connection to the Christed Beings of Orion and the angelic forces of Orion. You become a point of power in the now moment. And as you breathe, just thanking the angelic forces now as they end their transmission of light. And thank you. And some final adjustments now from the ascended Orion beings, Christed beings. Adjustments in your field now, before they too begin to leave. Thank you. And releasing some of the intensity of the crystal grid of the earth, but remaining connected to it. Just releasing the intensity now of the crystal grid as it begins to recede back into the earth. But remembering a connection. And as this happens, the four masters around you, adjusting the field now. And beginning to release that field, leaving you with this sphere of Orion light around you. You can carry through the day. And any time you need to recharge, you can come back to this transmission as often as you wish. To clear, fill yourself with love, connect with these beings. Come to your point of true power on the earth. With love and blessings. With love and blessings.